My name is Chandrakant. I'm just representing Null Vista here. Okay. For today's conversation, before going to handing over to Mr. Sarbojit sir, he is the speaker for today. I'm just introducing Null Vista a little bit of. If you talk about Null Vista, we are around 10 years old company, which we deals in majorly in training and certification program, right? And we are founded by the industry expert professionals, work as a leadership level across Wipro, Infosys, and JP Morgan. And we are also part of NISCOM as a certified member, right? And if you talk about the global training delivery expertise, we have delivered more than 1,000 training programs across the globe. And if you check us with in the domain wise expertise delivery, we have delivered training programs in insurance, some BFSI, manufacturing, telecom, retail, banking, and some ITIS industries with strong domain expertise. And if you check here our training portfolio, we through digital transformation initiatives, we have more than 1,900 training portfolio which we deliver. More than 2,000 corporate we have already trained, corporate trainers we have, which were already associated with us, and also we are increasing in numbers. And if you talk about the corporate clients we are globally more than 100 plus corporate clients in which we are delivering the training and in direct mode and also mostly in the online platforms. And if you talk about the how many peoples we have trained, more than 10 lakhs plus participant in last 8 years, and which have an average participation CST score is more than 4.8. Preferred training delivery partners, we leading MNCs including Capgemini, TCS, SCL, Atos, and Accenture, along with the Cognizant. Right. And Null Vista key achievements are here. You can see we are the partner of most of the certification body. You must be aware about the Exim, DevOps, PeopleCert, GSDC, Cloud Security Alliance, Open Group, right? And some scaled agile platform also. We are into the partnership, and we are delivering almost all the domain which the certification body we are into. And certified professionals, you can see more than 2 lakh certified professionals, 5 lakh reskilled professionals, around 40,000 million upskills programs we have. And also not only the major training program, we are also delivering niche profile, for which we are not getting so many requirements, but also we are delivering those niche profile certification program, which mostly company have the requirement just a special basis, right? Okay, and these are our partners, like clients, like you can see Accenture, Tata, Cognizant, Atos, TCS, Capgemini, SBI, PwC, and also SunGard, FinServ. We are already delivering training at the corporate levels, also in our public batches. Come to the part about CCSK Cloud Security Knowledge Program. We are authorized training and certification partner for CCSK by Cloud Security Alliance. And to talk about this program, basically, first, if you all have any question regarding this, you can reach out to us after the training, this session. We will also share you one mail regarding the same. For CCSK prerequisite, most of the people come who can attend this training program. Generally, if you have a basic knowledge of cloud computing, if you're in today's world, if you're working in any of the organization, you can easily must be aware, you can check with your organization. Also, you must be aware about how cloud computing is increasing day by day in terms of usability, and also in terms of the companies they are accepting the cloud security or cloud platform. Mostly talk about Azure, Google Cloud, or AWS, all are very famous, and most of the companies are using the same. So who can attend this training program? That is, if you have a basic knowledge of cloud computing, you can go for this certification program, and recommended the basic understanding of various security fundamentals, including firewalls, inscriptions, and identity management and secure development.
Please mute Kiran.
Yes, yes, please mute.
Shahiram. Please mute.
Okay, thank you. And highly recommended program. This program is for IT auditors and IT professionals who are already working in cloud security platform. Whether you are working in any single platform like Azure or only AWS or only global cloud, then also you are eligible and you can easily go for this certification program. For to Sarbojit sir, if you can now see today's speaker, Mr. Sarbojit sir, and he is the authorized, like a certified trainer, you can say, certified instructor of CCSK, right? And from here, I'm just over to Mr. Sarbojit sir. Okay, thank you all.
Hi, hello. Good evening, everyone. And thank you, Chandrakant, for that nice introduction. And I understand there are so many of you who are waiting to learn about what is this CCSK and what can I learn from this CCSK, which is Cloud Security Knowledge Certification from Cloud Security Alliance. So, let me start my presentation and then let us see what is there. Demystifying CCSK. Okay, let me just bring it up to here, and I guess all of you are able to see my screen. Oh,
How?
sorry. Okay, right, great. So, welcome, and again, good evening, everyone. I am Sarbojit Bose. I am currently in the Singapore chapter of Cloud Security Alliance, there as the Director Training and Education. So today I will be speaking mostly on a little bit of just a wee bit on the history, milestones of future, some of the cloud security issues, and then go into CCSK, the building blocks, and why CCSK? What's in it for me? Well, about Novel Vista, I think already given, so we may skip that, and then why CCSK with Novel Vista, perhaps, before you can ask all your question and answers. All right. Okay. So I would like to request the people to stay on mute if you are not speaking, please. Thank you. So, well, I am in training for the last 7 years, but this year is my 32nd year in my IT career. And I have worked in every aspect of information technology, starting from the projects, program deliverables, from the service and support. And I'm not exactly that much of a developer, but I have been in the systems as support in hardware infrastructure and also into net in security. And cybersecurity is my niche area, and that's what I do normally in my have been doing in my day job so far till I'm into training, and I am training also for other courses which I'll come later. So the cloud foundation era is from right at the 1960s. And well, the initial things that started in the cloud, the melting pot is thought to be the 70s and the 80s. When a lot of researches around virtualization, is it possible and how much, and basic things started. And then we see that as the new century came in, there has been an acceleration. And then we have seen that cloud is now a major technology platform. Okay, and today's date, beyond 2017 and today we are, and especially after the COVID pandemic, we know that the cloud is now the way to go. Now, again, here we see another thing about the cloud, and just talk about some more of the milestones in cloud. And we see that Amazon, who started an EC2 services from 2006, but Salesforce also have been there from 1999. but not so much of a cloud service, but then later on has become a major cloud service SaaS provider now. And of course, cloud has gained the market share and it is growing and will grow more. And
Sarbojit
today,
sir, I want
yes,
to
please.
interrupt you. Like, have you shared your screen?
Oh, have I not? Okay, sorry for that. Sorry. Maybe, yeah, I think I haven't. So apologies for that. Okay. Ah, so now can you see my screen?
Yes, yes, visible.
All right. So maybe what I'll do is just go a little bit, a few slides. So, right. So yeah, so that's me. And of course, in my a bit more younger days, so coming up to the history and then the milestones. So moving on, cloud is the future. That is where we are going. And today, all the technologies we have are all based on the cloud platform. Now, today we know there are a few major cloud provider and greater number of cloud, value-added service providers, and there are multiple cloud resellers. Hello. Yeah, please, if you are not speaking, can you have your thing muted, please? Chandrakant? Yeah, thank you so much. So we see that today we are having most of SaaS services, and then we have everything as a
Please,
service.
please mute Srinivas Sakinala. Please mute.
All right, okay, thank you. So the cloud has gone very much ahead, and today that we see Chat GPT and this AI kind of tools, now they are all working out of cloud. So cloud has no end. It has got tremendous potential to offer everything that we are looking at tomorrow. So if you want to be to have your career in the most happening technology today, you should be thinking about coming into the cloud bandwagon. If not today, then when? Right? This is the right time. And you may know that worldwide there is a dearth of security professionals and especially cloud, because cloud is something that is today becoming the base component. So we are not having cloud as something very specific and special, even though till date some people think cloud is something different, but cloud is becoming the core of everything, right? So we have different. We talk about SASE. We talk about zero, um, you know, um, zero trust. We talk about any other thing we all are working on, especially at CSA. We are working on those technology areas and we are working on projects to make those things happen. And I'm also a part of that zero trust. In fact, there will be a new certification coming up from on that area, and I'm a part of that endeavor of that certification provide, the exam writing. All right, so the security issues, now today many people think that cloud, is it secure? Is it not secure? And what it is? Well, I can tell you there is nothing as absolute security in anywhere. Every security, even in a classical data center, is vulnerable. The only people who are not vulnerable, who are detached from the internet and who do not connect to the outside world. So if you are staying within a shell, you are secured. But if you have to work and connect to the world, you have some vulnerability, whether you are using cloud or not, doesn't matter. And we have seen that there has been more and more reports on cloud related issues and threats that has happened, attacks like SolarWinds we have seen, and Pegasus, and a lot of things that are there. Now, it is not that it's because of cloud has a problem, but it is because today's date, anything in the cyber world has a threat and a risk. So we want people to know what are the components of security in cloud, how you can make cloud secured, and to do that from a independent platform, not go to a product or a vendor. Now, it is not wrong to learn a specific product, say Azure, AWS, GCP, even Ali Cloud or anything. It's not bad. It is good. But before you go into those products, you must understand the basics of why cloud security and what it is about. So we will go into the building blocks of CCSK exam, and you know the CCSK is a platform and vendor independent certification. Now here, let me quickly bring you to the web page, the web portal of CSA Cloud Security Alliance. So as they welcome you, there are a lot of things happening in CSA today. Now, it is a not-for-profit seeking organization, but surely it is not like an NGO sort of a thing where we only work under people's benevolence, but we are self-funded.
I'm good. I'm good. How are you?
Hi. So we are self-funded, self-sufficient, and we are running a lot of projects and research work in this cloud security field and components. So I will just skim you through. So this is, you see, there is a world conference called September, which happens in September. And this alliance of today, as we see, there are about 1900 plus organizations, that is cloud providers, which are listed with us. And we have 34 work groups doing research. And there are about 500 research publications so far. And there are about thousands of visitors who come and who try to volunteer with us in this area. So we are normally inviting people to join a community and become a member there as well. And there are a lot of events that come up. As you see, the Zero Trust demo forum. So I'm a part of this Zero Trust, and there are more things coming up. And there are, at of now, CCSK and AK. This is about the auditor, and SK is the security knowledge certification. So we have another tool called Star Registry, where all the cloud providers are there. And I will talk about that later. And certification and training, if we go. And if you want to see the instructor, and you will find me there, as you see here. So I'm a certified trainer from CSA for CCSK, and I am also a part of the community in Singapore. Now, the building blocks. So for CCSK, we have three basic components. The first one is the security guidance book. The second one is the cloud control matrix. This is a tool which is from CSA to map all the current frameworks and the controls against 16 domains and 133 controls from CSA. Then we have another component which is called ENISA risk report. This is an European entity who talked about the risk and the threats in cloud. There was a research paper, and that is included. And there is also another element, which is CAIQ, which is a questionnaire for self-assessment for the cloud service provider. So these are the basic components. And as I mentioned, CCM, there are the 16 domain areas and 133 over controls. And so these maps, and these are mapped against the major industry known compliance standards and their controls. Okay, so ENISA guidance, which I've talked about, and here is a security guidance. Now, currently we have the 4th version, and there will be an upgrade, but it is coming at the end of the year or next year. So, and the 16 domains are all mentioned here. But in there, we actually have revamped and we talk about 12 basic domains of cloud and 2 of the tools. Now, when we go into more into the details, we will see what are the chapters and how do we cover it. And this is about a tool provided by Cloud Security Alliance for providers to register themselves so cloud consumers can go and evaluate and select them, because many of you today who are will be cloud working professionals for tomorrow. Now, most of you might not be working for a cloud service provider, but rather a cloud consumer. And one key aspect for your job will be to select and to propose a preferred vendor, a cloud provider for your organization. So this course is also to equip you with such knowledge of how to select a vendor and how, in what criteria, what are 2 things to look at. Now, CIQ, as I talk about now, the foundation of CCSK Plus course. So let me talk about that. CCSK has 2 variants. One is the foundation, which is about 2 days in class or online, but here you will be looking into the in class or maybe online over Zoom actually. Then it has these 3 components and the theories, and then when we have another one is the plus component, where it is the theory plus 1 day of a lab, which has got 6 labs in AWS. So normally what we do with Novel Vista is we offer the CCSK Plus. Now, the exam don't require the labs. The labs are just to give you a foretaste of what you have learned over the first 2 days in theory. Now, it is good, because what happens is, you know, if only you learn theory and don't see how things happen, then you may not be able to conceptualize. So that is where the labs are there, and very thorough labs have been designed. We will look into this. Now, these are the 16 domains that we talk about, in which are there in CCSK Foundation, which are distributed into 6 modules. So these are the 6 modules that we do: introduction to cloud computing, the infrastructure security, then the GRC in cloud, then going to the 4th, which is the data security, then the application security, and lastly security operations. So we do in the first day the first 3, and the second day the last 3, and then on the 3rd day we go into the labs, which are the 6 labs. Now, the exercise 6 is risk provider and assessment lab, where we exclusively learn and practice how to go about selecting a cloud provider and talk about the risk to mitigate the risk. Now, the first 5 are about what we have learned in our theory classes on the first 2 days. So we talk about the core account, the IAM and monitoring. We talk about network and instance security, encryption, storage, application security, and federated authentication. So all these things just touch up. We don't go into any details because, as I said, this course is not about learning to work with AWS, but just to have a foretaste of the practicals, right? So these are some details about the labs, what we want to achieve in each of the labs. So we go into the different components of creating the different instances, then the workloads that we want to create in there, then also creating the network, the VPC, the subnets, the security groups, and each and everything, then creating users, groups, then going into roles, policies, and then using tools for monitoring and tools for VA, okay, vulnerability assessment, and few other things that we want to do, including, of course, storage and especially volume storage, and then our object storages. Okay, so we will cover a bit of SaaS, PaaS, and IS, all kind of services that we want to use, and then have a test in there. And even the last part is trying to use the OpenID federated authentication using cloud. So with this, so the students pack will come with all these. Now these are normally freely available, but you can also receive them through Novel Vista. And I will during the class tell you which are the actual key component of the exam, where to look for what, and how to prepare to pass the exam, right? Because this training is just not to give you some knowledge and let you go around and scratch yourself all around in the dark to understand how you pass. But I have a warranty, and if you want support post class till you pass the exam, I can provide you on a best effort basis, and I will give you tips how to pass. Now we train for a big brand in consultancy, in India and abroad on CCSK, and every time they have a batch every quarter, and for every batch normally there is 100% of people who appear, and those who appear they all pass. So it may be not so easy, yet there is a trick and tips how to crack CCSK, and if you are with me, you will also do it like others. Okay, so more details will be given in the class. Now this is what your CCSK certificate looks like. This is just a sample, and well, then lastly, coming to why CCSK, what it is there for me. Now of course here you get a certified and accredited trainer. We are not talking about anyone who just passed and somehow is there to give you some training. And with my vast experience of 30 years plus, you will learn not only cloud but lot more things. And I can tell you, when I train, my training style is very different, and people love and enjoy my sessions, my classes. So I'm also a certified in adult education. That means adult learning, how adults learn. So I am a diploma holder in that, and so I know very well how to train people and how to make the knowledge gets transferred. So I do not only work in lecturing, I do interactive sessions, which is the most fun way of learning. Okay, so then what's in it for me? You can prove yourself, you can increase your opportunities, you can demonstrate your technical skill, you can learn a lot of things, and you be competent with other credentials like such. So I would say, now this is some sample of, and you can see CCSK. Well, this is about US though, but nonetheless, I think India is no less behind in this case, and the remuneration, the compensation for cloud professionals is also handsome there as well. So if you want to know more, if you want to enhance your career and you care about what will happen, and we see today that companies are firing people left, right, and center. every tech company is doing it now. But the good thing is there is still a huge demand in the security side of every company, and cloud being the core. So people with cloud security skills and knowledges are prime. So now this is the QR for my LinkedIn. So if you want to, you can take a snapshot and you can connect, or otherwise you can also reach me when you join the training. And I can assure you that if you join, you will be in good hands. Now, and you can ask Novel Vista. You can ask CSA Cloud Security Alliance. They have presence in India. There are some people in Bangalore, and these people know me very well. In fact, I also train for them in Singapore and as well, right? So there are some dates in March 11th, 18th, 25th. So if you are free, please join. We have limited seats available. And then there could be batches in April and in May. So I would say that, yeah, get in touch with Chandrakant or anyone from Novel Vista so you can know what to do next. All right. So with that, I will be ending here, and thank you so much for listening. Yes, I can open the floor for question answer, so please feel free. Yes, Chandrakant?
Yes, if anyone have any questions regarding the same, regarding like training, anything, you please welcome all questions. Anyone?
Hi, Sarbojit.
Oh,
Thanks for your time. I have a
sorry.
Please,
question.
please.
Yeah, please.
Yeah, so for the certification, what is the prerequisite? Does it require good sound knowledge on Azure or AWS, anything like that? Or is it, for beginners?
Okay. It's not exactly beginners, but it exactly not for advanced. Now, this is a vendor independence. So do you need to know any of the vendor products? No need. If you know them, it's good. If you don't know, that's okay, right? So, and as for beginners thing, now if you are a beginner in cloud, it's okay. But if you are very beginner in IT, then maybe you might have difficulty on few components, because of course we take a baseline that whoever joins us have a fair understanding of generic security architecture and the security components. So yeah, that is it. I mean, if you are working professional in IT, you are welcome. You don't have to be a working professional in cloud or someone with any vendor knowledge.
Okay. Hi,
Okay.
this is Rajkumar here.
Okay, thank you.
Right. Yeah, Rajkumar, please.
See, generally, I just need I think it's the best, just a basic questions. So, where the CCSK certification help us? So, why how to get certified in this? Maybe I'm not. Maybe you may said already, but I'm just putting this question.
Okay, you say why or where? Sorry, can you clarify that? Why you want
Yeah, yes.
CCSK?
Yeah, yes.
Yeah,
And where it
right.
is?
So CCSK, see, the thing is, today people are going and coming into cloud, only going available certifications are the vendor certification, right? Now you go to the vendor give you a knowledge about their tool. Every vendor has security tools, they have security groups, they have some VA tool, they have everything, but it is their own tool and you can use it from their perspective. Now, that is good, nothing wrong in it. However, you are only bound to look things from their angle only. Now, tomorrow, if you join another company who is not using that tool, then again you have to start learning from the very basics, because you have to learn. And then when you learn a tool, you learn the tool, but not the technology underneath it. That is not taught by them. Now, in Cloud Security Alliance, the CCSK, as I mentioned, it's a vendor independent platform, and we talk about the basic components of cloud security. Where are the security needs, how things are different, and how do we do that in cloud? Okay. Now, with this basic knowledge, once you go and then go to any vendor, whether tomorrow you're on Azure, AWS, GCP, Ali Cloud, and ABCD, whatever, when you get exposed to their components, you can understand because you know the basic, right? Then when you know the tools, you know what this tool is about and how to use it. You don't even need again to go through their certification or maybe their training to understand their tools. All right.
Okay.
Does that help you?
Yeah, yes. So does that mean if me as a certified for CCSK, is it what is that? I'm about to get a trainer certifications or?
Okay. Now CCSK, when you pass, you are not a trainer. That time you are a CCSK certified professional. If you have to be a trainer, you have to qualify, and there is a separate trainer training and a separate course, and even an examination and assessment to pass. It's a multi-step, and also to show them that you have been training, you have to create your own video of training, you have to pass their interview, go through their assessment, and then only you can be a trainer. Okay?
That's fine. Okay.
Swarnika, you have
Yeah.
some question?
Yeah, hi, Swarnika side. So
Yes,
actually, I
hi.
just wanted to understand how how this certification will help alongside with the security vendors like Netscope or Zscaler.
Right. Now the thing is, all the solution provider, all the vendors, whoever has been in a classical environment, they're all moving to cloud, right? So all the solutions which were there as a client server are also available in cloud, right? Now, again, when you ask the question, I would want to say that which angle are you looking at from the perspective of those providers, or you are looking from a cloud service provider perspective or a cloud user perspective?
No, not from a cloud user perspective. Like if I want to get into the cloud security industry or cyber security industry, so terms like SASE, CASB, ZTNA, NPA,
Mhm,
SWGs are very much famous now. And
mhm,
Scope and Zscaler and also other vendors like Cisco is also there who's using their umbrella, right?
mhm,
So
mhm.
how is this particular training in alignment with those terminologies that I've said? Is
Okay,
this training giving
right.
me exposure into that
Mhm,
areas also? So that if let's suppose if I next want to apply at these, organizations like Cisco and Netscope and Zscaler, so would it give me a clean area to enter with the certification into industry of SASE CASB?
Okay, great question. Thank you. Now, this certification is, of course, now when you say will these be aligned to them, rather or what is there is we work with all these providers, and if you go to the the star registry, you will find all these provider listed there. So when this provider comes out with their products, they align their products with CSA, right? The Cloud Security Alliance, that is the parent body of CCSK. So the CCSK is a baseline knowledge for anything in cloud. and especially cloud security. Now, the thing that you are talking about are all specific products from different vendors, right? So now those have also their own certification. So again, I cannot say that when you pass this, you also get Cisco certified. Well, that is not correct, but when you get this, you understand the basic components of cloud security and those where these products stand. So if you have to work from any of them, you will be very easily understand where does this products come in, where do they stand. Okay, so whether it's zero trust, whether it is SASE, whether it is anything, even perimeter, in the security part of it, or any component in cloud that we talk about, CASB, brokerage. Now, today we have sec as security as service, right? So CASB is the very core in that, area. So yes, when you go through this, you will be able to better appreciate and understand any cloud provider's solution that they provide. And if you want to do more, as I said, after you pass a certification, you can be a part of our community and you can take part in any of these certifications that, I mean, the research work that goes on with us. As I was showing, maybe I want to show you here. I don't know. Yeah. So here, if you see the CSA and the type of research we do, you will see the type of research and you are welcome to also join this. Right? These are not bound for any specific people. You can come and join Zero Trust. You can come into CXO Trust. You can come into Trusted Cloud Consulting. You can, so many work groups are there. Software defined perimeter, enterprise resource planning, even ERP is joining here. We are working with quantum safe security, blockchain, DevSecOps, anything and everything that is there in cloud, we are working. We are researchers from the industry. They are being a part of this and we are helping to develop that, right? So I think if you are a part of this, it's just not only the certification, but you get an opportunity that opens up for you to be a part of this. So if you get a chance in any of those vendor companies, you can say that, hey, you know what? I am a part of this specific, research.
Mm.
So your value is more than just someone with a certification.
So just to add to that, to this
Mhm.
thing, so to be a part of this research work, do I need to have some kind of background? Or also, the second question would be like, if I'm doing certification with the CSA, then only I'm open to join into the
Okay.
research program.
No, that is not the case. Anyone can join. Now, the thing is, you can be a student. Now, if anyone is a student and want to join the research with no background, they are welcome. Now, if you're a professional working in this area, now, if you are a part of the research, you would be required to have some value add, right? So, if you have any niche knowledge, you're welcome as well. If you are CCSK certified, then we understand that you have the basic knowledge about cloud security. So we can then easily allot you task that, you know, because your CCSK certification tells us that you have these skills. So we can allot you task very easily. Otherwise, you have to prove yourself to be a, normal contributor and then rise up to be a full contributor in this research.
And how to be a part of this?
You have to just apply. There is an application here. So which I will show you later. So when you apply for it, and then there is a panel, they will go through it based on requirement. They will contact you, and with your CV, then they will go for an interview. If everything goes fine, of course, you will be a part of it.
Okay, and someone holding a certification not specifically into cloud security, but in cloud like Azure or AWS can be a part of it.
As I said, there is no restriction. Now, if you hold those certification,
Mm.
and if the research requires those skill set, then why not?
Okay, great. And just one last question.
Sure.
Does this training and certification include the areas of application security, data security, and endpoint security?
All right. Now, in cloud is endpoint the core. Now, one thing I will tell you, this exam, this certification is specifically for cloud service
Okay.
consumer areas, the people who are normally from the cloud service consumer area. So now many of them don't have a proper knowledge to understand the services provided by the provider, don't know how to select the proper appropriate cloud provider, don't know how to secure their cloud environment as they subscribe to them, right? And what the vendor tells you, maybe it is what the vendor wants you to do because they have a vested interest of commercial. So whichever gives them more money, they will of course suggest that. Now that is not wrong, but however, it might not be the exact requirement of the organization. So if you are certified in a in a way which is platform independent, which is vendor independent, you know the basics, you can evaluate anything in front of you unbiased. So of course, when I was talking about, if you have noted, data security, infrastructure security, application security, security operations, these are some of the modules. And if you go to the domains, you will see those domains being mentioned about these components as well, right? So yes, they are very much a part of this security, this certification.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, you are welcome.
Anyone else have any questions?
Good evening, sir. My name is Sunil Rana.
Yes, sir.
Thank
Yeah,
you
hi.
very much, sir. I really appreciate. Sir, my question is, what is the timing of these, Indian time? But what is the timing of these classes, please?
It will
These are
be
on Sat. Okay, yeah, please.
Saturday, 3 Saturday, like sir already mentioned, that is 11, 18, and 25. That is
Mhm.
standard IST 10 a.m. 10 a.m. IST.
10 a.m. to 5 p.m.
Evening 6 you can consider.
Okay, okay,
That
okay.
all
Thank you.
details I will share you all in separate email with the content which we are covering and what is the class timing and how you can go for this course. If each and every information will be shared to you all.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
Yeah, I can tell you that I come from Singapore, but that doesn't mean that you'll have to wake up for Singapore time. Yeah. So I am here to fit your requirement, right? So yes, feel free to join. It's on Saturday, so it won't burn your weekdays. You don't have to take a off time from your work or anything. On Saturdays, you can take this thing, be ready, and then you can gain a new knowledge and skill.
Okay. Anyone have any questions as of now?
Is any programming knowledge or programming experience required to go for this course?
No.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Prashant.
Yes, if anyone. So if not, then yeah, maybe we'll call it a day. But hope that I will get to see most of you, if not this March batch, but then maybe April, May. So every month, I guess, we are ready to have one run. And yeah, and it is all up to you. If you, all of you, want to have your knowledge enhanced. And if you have seen the first screen when you joined in about Novel Vista, they have this run. So reskill, right? RUN, right? And then reskill and yeah, sorry, I don't remember everything, but
reskill, upskill, and new skills.
Reskill, upskill, and new skill. Now today, all you know as that this is a new normal after the after COVID-19, right? So you need to reskill, you need to upskill, you need to have new skills to stay ahead of the race. Otherwise, if you are not moving ahead, you will move behind. So remember that. And if you see at 30 years of experience, I am still going learning myself. And next week, I'm going to be a Google certified, architect. And then there are more to come. I'm already an Ali Cloud practitioner certified trainer. So the point I'm trying to make you is you should move ahead. Do not think because whatever you're spending is the best investment in your own life. If you go and invest in some other place, the money will grow. Here you will grow. And when you grow, you can earn more. Now, I'm not exaggerating. It is a true, and I can give you examples of such things happening. All right. So, if nothing more, I would like to say good night. Now it's 10:30 in Singapore, so all the best to all of you.
Yeah, thank you, Sarbojit sir. Vinay here.
Yeah, hi Vinay.
Before we conclude and call it a day, I would like to just make us one point about one another course. Since it's a cloud security knowledge webinar, I am assuming that most of the participants are interested in cloud. Okay, so we will be having one another webinar, which is on a very fantastic course, which we are going to launch very soon. It is a postgraduate program in cloud computing, which gives you the multi-cloud environment where you will learn Azure, AWS, and Google, all three. The highlight of that program is the capstone project that you will do on a multi-cloud. Plus, for individual clouds, all three clouds will have separate projects. It's a little lengthy program, but definitely it will add a very good value if you want to become a cloud expert. So we will share emailers or other through other channels. We'll communicate the date and the timing of the webinar. Do attend that as well if you think you are looking for enhancing your skills into cloud space. Yeah, and to interested participants in your network, you may forward that as well. Yep.
Well, Vinay, I would appreciate this is a wonderful thing that you're doing. After people are certified in CCSK, then they get exposure into multi-cloud, and then these people will be real treasures in the industry.
Correct. Yeah. Okay.
And thank you so much for arranging such courses for people in India. I think if in Singapore we have, many will also be wanting to join. Awesome effort.
Okay. Thank you, Sarbojit sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone
Bye.
have anything to discuss?
Yeah,
Any
if you
question
have any
from
further
other
queries,
participants?
I think yes, you can definitely drop us an email, and we will try to see we can clarify. If we can clarify those queries at our level, we'll do that. Otherwise, we'll ask Sarbojit sir and get you the answers.
Okay.
Sure. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy your evening.
Thanks. Bye.
And see you. Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Bye, sir. Thank you. Hi, everyone. Shall we disconnect now?
Yes, sir. So thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you all. Thanks for session.